Hey everyone, Warwick's here. So in this series, what we're going to do is we're going to look at all 6 tank specs, and I'm just going to talk about how I think that they play, how I felt about them, and does this change any sort of choice that I have for potential characters moving into Shadowlands. Now, keep in mind, I am not a high key pusher, I am not a mythic raider, but what I want to do is look at it from sort of a casual player's perspective, as someone that is trying to become more and more hardcore into the game. But I wanted to take a look at each class and kind of see how they play from sort of a base component with a little bit of Azerite and essences and stuff to boost some things. But wanted to take a look at each of these tanks. So the first one up is going to be the Monk, which is going to be my main in Shadowlands. So as you can see, I'm already here on my lovely Pandaren Monk. And first off, I'm going to show you the talent build that I'm running for this. So this is the build that I'm running. It's pretty standard. I don't think it's going to change all that much. Really, the only talents that we could potentially shift out here would be Dampen Harm for Bob and Weave for more Mythic Plus style. But other than that, I just don't see any reason to change off of this. Bob and Weave is very, very easy to use. Dampen Harm takes a little bit more thought, and I'm still learning the class. But just kind of wanted to talk about my general impressions, and then I have a dungeon run that I'll be putting forward for you. This will be a +5 workshop. That was a very clean run, very deathless run that I ran with Pads and Newall as we continue to test out classes and go from there. But overall, my opinion on Brewmaster Monk is that it is a ton of fun. The thing that annoyed me the most about Brewmaster Monk was that Iron Skin Brew had to be kind of constantly refreshed. Some people like that gameplay style, keeps their fingers active, gives them something to do. I personally was not a fan of it, and that was the big thing that kind of drove me away from Brewmaster Monk for majority of Battle for Azeroth. But with Shuffle now being added in, it has made the gameplay a lot less stressful for me. It's a more casual sort of learning the class, learning the spec still. But I really found that the spec feels a lot less stressful to play. I can focus more on the mob control side of things. I can focus on the right purification of my brews. I can focus on trying to do things like Ring of Peace mobs out of Sanguine, for example, things of that nature. But I find Brewmaster to be really, really fun. It felt pretty good. I know this is kind of not the best scenario to determine it in. +5 keys, not exactly difficult. But Newall noticed that there was a difference in healing me versus from a perspective of what it was before with like full Azerite, me mismanaging my brews a lot, versus now where I'm getting Iron Skin Brew baked into my spec. And then from there, I am able to put a lot more focus on Celestial View, Purifying Brew, and then maximizing kind of the rest of the toolkit here. One of the other things that I'm most happy about, Touch of Death, is really, really good to use. I've definitely killed mobs that were casting inside Sanguine. I couldn't do it. I just touched the death them before you get above 15%. So that was fun. And then Spinning Crane Kit coming back is really good as well, and then I'm looking forward to having Clash once we get that, I think, at 54. But outside of that, like, Monk didn't really see, Brewmaster Monk in particular, didn't really see a lot of additions to through the unpruning. Just some really nice tight changes that I think make the spec play a lot tighter, makes it play a lot smoother, and I think it makes it a lot more friendly for new tanks. So if you really like Monk and you want to try out tanking, Brewmaster, I think, is one of those specs that now you can put maybe next to Vengeance Demon Hunter, potentially even Guardian Druid, is kind of, those are the 3 tanks that I would maybe really start with. And then Prop Warrior, Prop Paladin, Blood DK, I think are your more quote-unquote complicated tanks that are going to require a little bit more thought and approach to being able to take care of. But overall, like, I really, really love the way that Brewmaster plays. I think it's an exceptionally solid, tight feeling tank. Obviously some stat stuff didn't work out well. You'll see that I have some gaps. Some of it might be energy management's not all that great on my end, and go from there. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to move you over to this workshop, and then we'll kind of round up thoughts a little bit more after that, potentially. One thing to note is that I did not use Spinning Crane Kick at all in this workshop because I forgot that I had it as I was going through. So Spinning Crane Kick you generally want to use like the pulls between Robodrome and Cujo. There's a lot of tight packed groups there. And then, of course, at fights at the end, you want to be able to do that with the last couple of pulls. The last pull before Mechagon in particular is really, really brutal, but one that spinning cranky could be really useful on, and I did not do that. So I'll go ahead and move you guys on over to the dungeon, and then we'll kind of come back and we'll talk about the next couple of tanks that we're going to be hitting up on. So see you guys on the other side.
I went to put mine in thinking it was mine, and I got the alert that it was for a different dungeon. I was like, shit.
In order to stop my father, we need to infiltrate the city itself. And that means passing through the Robodrome. What's a matchup we've got tonight, folks? Sparks are gonna fly! Wait, what's this? Some surface throwers have unwittingly stumbled into the arena! A word of caution to anyone sitting in the splash zone.
Oh, wow. Everybody took a fuck ton of damage there.
Now this is a statistical anomaly. Our visitors are still alive. Time to introduce them to the
Can we stack up?
of the Tussle Totes Arena. The Platinum Hoveler and no mercy for you. The city's entrance is located
Alright.
just past this arena. You must hold your ground until we can clear a path to it. No sweat, pal. I'm putting 20 large on no mercy.
Can we lust? I'm gonna bring the pommeler over here. Make sure you try to stack up so that he takes more damage on these.
Yep, don't stack up there, though.
Bringing him over to this hammer.
I accidentally hit the wrong button, so I popped my puppies for no reason.
GG.
Yeah, no. They also did not move buttons.
Alright, this pull's gonna suck. Or these pulls are gonna suck, rather. Slowly come back.
Line of sight, line of sight, line of sight.
gonna pull him just on the other side of this sanguine. That way we kind of leave it somewhat in the same area.
Well, you kind of line of sighted the rest of your DPS.
Am I easier to heal now that like a lot of the stuff that I struggled with is now removed?
A little bit.
Yeah, I didn't move them fast enough. Damn, he died fast.
Yeah, we've got some big boy DPS in this group. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Like, I think Pads is the lowest high level
That tracks.
person. Outside of the tank, like he's the lowest high level DPS.
Yeah.
At my 115 eye level.
Yeah, I think the other two DPS I picked up are 128 and 129.
Oh yeah, you picked up some big boys.
Yeah. Well, they're probably just looking to get into any key so that they can do this.
Yeah, it's probably get ending key, try out, see how these new changes work.
Attention, citizens. Please remain in your domiciles. Guards are currently en route to quell the disturbance.
Hope they go away.
Inventions. Let us see how you fare against something more advanced.
That was real shitty timing on my part to pop
So, you possess some
Shadow Covenant
skill.
right as he did that, and I needed to dispel and heal. And
My newest prototype.
I'm gonna pull him over here just a little bit to get him away.
The invaders have made it past the outer defenses.
I have to remember silence is actually a thing that sucks on a shaman.
Alright, let's not get hit by bots and embarrass ourselves here.
yeah, I almost lagged out into that.
Spots to detect you. Remaining within the steam will
Excessive
shield them
warning.
from their senses.
Excessive levels of flesh detected. Warning. Warning. Excessive levels of flesh detected. Warning.
Were we the only three not to get hit?
I think so.
Yep.
We didn't embarrass ourselves. Yay!
Man, Brewmaster's so much fun right
Yeah,
now.
super geared pugs.
Excessive levels of flesh detected. Warning.
Doesn't matter how geared you are. If you suck at puzzles and mazes, you're gonna suck.
Warning.
I mean, to be fair, one of these guys probably is like, man, we just awaken mob this thing.
Warning. Excessive levels
Probably.
of flesh detected. Warning.
It's the name of your sex tape. Are you playing with fireworks?
I have a shaman toy.
Ah,
Alright, yeah, the priest isn't here, but
Elemental.
thank you.
can we do something about this mechanic just healing?
Guess I should purify my damage, huh?
I'm sure to be appreciated.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
I got a bleed on me. Not monks, I can't take, or not dwarfs, I can't take care of it. Alright, mana's good, ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
Margaret said go.
Welcome to my garden, trespassers. I'll just take a little off the top. Eat your food.
Adds up.
If you can't handle the heat, stay out of my garden.
Flames.
Tried to get the thing, but didn't do a good job of it. Do those move faster?
They might.
My roses are of the highest caliber.
Gonna grab both of these again. We'll kill that one first.
Hey, guess what? That was not the one we killed first.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I got the achievement for that. I didn't realize that.
Transport to access Mechagon's tower.
So, my misguided son.
Took you long enough.
I'm
Yeah, I know.
impressed you made it this far.
You are no longer my father. Just a malfunctioning machine that must be shut down.
Poor child. If only
Alright,
you
these
could
pulls
accept the
are
truth.
scary AF.
Excessive flesh has run
I will have
So-
Nizao in 20 seconds.
and I will replace it with mechanical purity.
We get interrupts on as many things as possible. I'm gonna try to keep the bots to the right side of this thing. How long on elemental?
Minute 15.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it on this pull.
I was thinking the next one. I don't have much. Can we get interrupts on the Tinkerer so I can get him over here?
Ooh, I'm just an FYI.
I'm okay. We'll get inside and mana
We're
up.
gonna need to. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to my mana.
Yeah, no worries.
Until I was like trying to toss a heal and it was like not going off. And I was like, wait, did I hit the wrong button and silence myself again? What the fuck? So that Shadow Covenant
What?
spell, not a fan.
Alright, pulling.
Ah, shit. Wrong side.
You cannot elude my targeting systems. You think you have defeated me? Fools! All you have done is dismantle a piece of furniture. You wish to test my true ordnance? I will happily oblige. Cannon fully charged. Magnetic grapple engaged.
Three chested that, guys. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got carried by some baller DPS.
Yeah, most likely we did. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that dungeon run. Just to wrap up some thoughts, like I said, I think Brewmaster is an exceptionally fun tank to play. I think the class as a whole really is going to be a lot of fun. But kind of touching on what we're going to be doing next, I'm probably going to do DK next, and then after that, I'll kind of see how things go. I might be playing around with some Paladin and then some Druid as the next two tanks that we'll do. I'll try to either get footage for those on tomorrow, which is Thursday here in the US, or I'll get them early next week since we're going to have a lot of time in this pre-patch since we don't know when Shadowlands comes out. Until then, everyone, I hope you all stay safe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also share with your friends. Like, that would be something that would be really, really helpful to me, is to share it out there with your friends, with your guild mates, with anyone that you know that is interested in World of Warcraft and wants to get a casual player's viewpoint on the game. Send them my way. I'd love to have them in this community that we're building here. So next up we'll do DK. So until then, everyone, I hope you stay safe. Please wear your mask, and I will see you next time.